Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In today's video, we have some very interesting news about a prototype console. Let's get started. So this should be a pretty quick video today. It's some very interesting news in the retro gaming world. Behind me here, I will just move myself out of the way as I'm speaking. You can see a prototype system. Now, some people have never seen this. Some people don't know what it is. For those of you who don't know what this is the original Sony PlayStation created by Nintendo. In terms of the overall history of the Nintendo PlayStation, I'm going to leave a link to this video in the description below because it's very informative. In a nutshell, the Nintendo PlayStation is essentially a CD add-on for the regular SNES. Now, in terms of overall power and performance of the Nintendo PlayStation, I would argue that it was nothing revolutionary. So Ben Heck here, I will leave a link to this video in the description below as well, did a full teardown of the system. And essentially, it's not even as powerful as the Sega CD. Now, this particular Nintendo PlayStation is rumored to be the very last one in existence. This prototype was discovered in someone's house about, I think, 4 years ago. It's actually been at a few gaming conventions if you did want to check it out in person, and now it's up for sale. Now, in terms of uniqueness for this console, it is one of a kind. If you're a collector, this is a unicorn. You never see these things out in the wild ever. It's probably the only one that has survived throughout the years, and it still works. It's probably one of the coolest things from Nintendo's history that you can collect. And I'll put a big star beside having the opportunity to collect something like this because you can. It is up for auction, but it's also going to cost you a house. Looking at this, it is listed right now. The current bid is $350,000. That's how high this has been bid up. But it's just not $350,000. There's also a buyer's premium. So the total that you would have to pay as of today is $420,000. Now that is a heck of a lot of money, and bidding hasn't even closed yet. It'll probably go over this $350,000 mark. Just wait, because there's still, I think, like a couple weeks left. It finishes up February 27th. That's the end of the bidding on this. In terms of overall value, at $420,000, is this worth it? Well, I can confidently say at least one person thinks so. And that is all that matters. If it's worth it to them for bidding up this high and willing to pay this price, then it's worth it to them. For me, I think this is quite a bit of money, but at the same time, it is for a unicorn. Like, this is a very unique piece of hardware, a very unique piece of Nintendo and even Sony's history for that matter. But it is the price of a house. Don't be mad when I would say there is no way I would ever consider this price for this system. It's a little hefty. I can think of a lot of other ways to spend $420,000. I think one of the biggest issues that I see with this Nintendo PlayStation is that there were no official games released for this. There are no market games that were released for the Nintendo PlayStation because it was just a prototype. So let's sum up the main points here. It's super unique, super cool, super rare, but super expensive. On top of that, there were no official games released for this. So I don't know, at $420,000, someone thinks it's unique. Congratulations if you are the winning bidder so far. Hopefully you can get it for this price and not more. I'm kind of thinking that this is probably going to go even higher than $420,000. In terms of retro gaming as a whole, this is good and bad for the community. It's good for the community because it's establishing value. People are valuing retro games. It's good to help grow the community, introduce people to the community, and raise awareness. A lot of people are realizing for the very first time that retro games are worth something and are important. On the bad side of things, if this is going for $420,000, there may be impact to existing retro games and retro systems out there. People might get the wrong idea and say, hey, listen, someone's willing to pay the price of a house for this unique console. Well, I've got something here that's kind of unique. Maybe it's also worth a lot of money. And that is incredibly bad for collectors and people who just want to access retro games. But there is really no way of knowing if this is going to push up retro prices or if this is going to get more exposure to the retro gaming community. It really is going to depend on how this all shakes out, and we'll have to just see for ourselves in time. But anyways, that's all I've got for today. I think this is a really cool piece of information here, a really cool auction, and I'm really curious to see how this is going to end up, how expensive this system is going to get. But anyways, that's all I've got for today. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you didn't like the video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Let me know what you think about this auction, about the Nintendo PlayStation, or anything like that in the comments below. Thank you everyone, take care.